everyone, happy December! Can't believe it is December already. We are well in the winter festive spirit at Bird and Blend, sending lots of love to you and your family. I hope you really enjoy December's box. We've got some really indulgent, warming beverages for you to try. I'm going to go through our 3 subscription boxes, which our members are able to swap between, and they're themed around different things. Our Flavour Explorer box is perfect for anyone who wants to explore a range of teas and flavours, the adventurous. The Gourmet box is more traditional, lots of black teas, breakfast teas, teas good with milk, and you learn a bit more about tea with that subscription as well. And last but not least, our caffeine-free box, which is perfect for people that are sticking to no caffeine. We're gonna try a few different recipes. I always like to mix it up and hopefully help you get the most out of your box and find a new favourite. We are going to start with the Flavour Explorer box. It's my absolute favourite box. I love exploring lots of different flavours. This month we have salted caramel Lebkuchen, which I have learnt how to say. They're those little German biscuits that remind us of the winter time, slightly spiced. We have got malt cider in there, which tastes just like malt cider and optional whether you want to add alcohol or not. You can always also use the tea to make your own malt cider at home by adding it to cider or spirits. And last but not least, we have got Black Forest in there, which was a fan favourite from years ago. Black tea tastes like Black Forest Gatto, and it's just joined us permanently, so you can get it all year round. Right, let's try salted caramel Lebkuchen. This one has been around at winter time as part of our limited edition range. 3 years in a row now. It is back. It is only back until the end of December. So try it now and stock up if you like it. It's a Sri Lankan black tea, which is one of my favourite black teas to blend with. And we've got some spices in there like cinnamon and ginger and a little bit of sort of caramel and creaminess as well. Because of the caramel and the creaminess, I've decided to cold brew it. I have brewed it in oat milk. These are our cold brew bottles. I talk about them a lot, lots of recipes online. Basically, whatever tea you pop into the bottle and liquid of choice will infuse. You can use different milks, like coconut milk, dairy milk. I like oat with this one. I find the coconut milk, if you like that flavour, it complements the caramel, but I also really like the oat milk. I probably wouldn't cold brew this in, say, water or lemonade like we have it in the past, but try it out, you might like it. So it's been brewing in here overnight, and I'm just gonna pour it over ice so it's really nice and cold, and enjoy. I find that cold brewing teas like this, you don't have to add any sweetener, but you can if you want to, but I think it's sweet enough as it is. Really good. It tastes a little bit of tea, so that sort of cold brew, almost brown sugar tea flavour with the caramel coming through and a little bit of spice. Another great tip is this makes a brilliant almost substitute for eggnog or a winter cocktail or mocktail. Sprinkle some nutmeg on the top and add your favourite spirit. I love spiced rum or Baileys. Next up, we're going to have a look at our gourmet box. There are some real classic treats in this one. Our Great British Cuppa is our English breakfast tea. It's my go-to breakfast tea. It's got whole leaves in there and it's won a Great Taste Award as well. So it's perfect for crisp morning cuppas. We've also got Rooibos breakfast cuppa in there, which is a brilliant replacement for a more traditional classic cup of tea. Goes really well with milk or without, and there's no caffeine in there as well, so give it a go. And then finally, the one that we're going to try together is Nearly Nirvana. So Nearly Nirvana was our first ever white tea that we ever produced. It also has a Great Taste Award. It has silver needles in there, which I don't know if you can see. Let's see if we can get a close up. The silver needle are the very tips of the plant. They are real premium tea, usually hand-picked. And white tea is quite delicate, so we always use 80-degree water. If you don't have a fancy kettle like I do, then you could just add a splash of cold water in there. It's jasmine scented, which traditionally would be done by the jasmine leaves being laid on top of the tea, and it would infuse the aroma. We've got jasmine blossom in there as well, and spearmint, just a little bit of spearmint. Don't be put off by this. I am not a huge fan of spearmint in general, but it's really, really subtle and it goes really well with the jasmine. So we're gonna try Nili Nirvana together. I've got my trusty Brudini, which we always use in these sessions. Highly recommend them. So heaped teaspoon of my Nili Nirvana tea. This one's a beautiful one to watch brew. And I've got my 80-degree water. Really important. If you don't use the right temperature for green tea and white tea, you will burn the leaves, and that's what makes it taste bitter. So we don't want a bitter tea. White tea traditionally also has a lot less caffeine and more nutrients in there as well. So I'm gonna let this one infuse for 3 minutes maximum. Again, very, very, very delicate leaf. So if we leave it to brew too long, it will also go bitter. So we have to be a bit delicate with this one. So my timer's just gone off and I've got my mug with me this month. I'm just gonna pop my Brudini on top and the water will magically, the brewed tea will magically pour through. Perfect. And I'm gonna keep these leaves because I think I might get another steep out of here, which is brilliant. You get a real jasmine aroma from this one. So anyone that likes jasmine pearls or jasmine green tea, you will love this one. Don't get much mint on the aroma, but on the sip, it's just almost like a very fresh mouthfeel in there. So I hope you enjoy this one. It's a little bit more delicate than the black teas, but it is a treat. Last but not least, we are going to have a look at our caffeine-free, our decaf box. In this one, this month, we have got mulled cider. We have got mint choc rooibos, which is a chocolate mint tea, and we have Irish cream. This one used to be called Fairy Tale of New York and was an absolute sellout tea. It's a limited edition. It's only around till the end of Christmas. We changed the name. It used to be called Fairy Tale of New York because it is an Irish cream inspired tea. It tastes just like your favorite Baileys. It's got a little bit of coffee notes in there, chocolatey, almost creamy. We're gonna make a tea latte with Irish cream. Made this one for the last two of these. That's basically because tea latte is the best thing to drink in the winter, in my opinion. This one's naturally caffeine free. It's in the caffeine free box, but even if you haven't got a caffeine free box, I really recommend you give this one a go. So I've made up my tea concentrate in advance. It's here. Tea concentrate, there is a blog that tells you how to do it. It basically means double strength. So I've put 2 heaped teaspoons in here and brewed it at the recommended time. I've also got my milk. I am using coconut milk with this one, but dairy milk also works great, as does oat. And I'm using our handy frothers, milk frother, which only takes 5 seconds. Easiest way to make milk, frothy milk at home, and cheapest. I've also warmed my milk up already. I'm gonna froth for 5 seconds. Honestly, that is all it takes. I'll prove it to you. Okay, and then I'm going to add 100 milliliters of my hot Irish cream or other tea of choice. You can experiment. To my mug, just be careful because it will be hot. And I always say this, but you can just do it how you like it. You don't have to measure it perfectly. And then I'm going to top up with my frothy milk. Look how frothy that is. And add a little sprinkling of cocoa powder as well. So good. Honestly, it is the best winter treat. We also have a recipe up on our website for a Fairy Tale of New York tea teeny, espresso tea teeny. There we go, what a mouthful. Where you can make an espresso martini but with Irish cream. And you can make that as a cocktail or a mocktail. Thank you so much for joining me again this month, and I can't wait to show you January's box in the new year. Maybe follow along so you don't miss out.